International Relations Minister Ronald Lamola is leading a delegation of ministers in Mpumalanga where they are meeting their Mozambican counterparts. They're discussing the political upheaval in that country. Let's get an update on those ongoing engagements from Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala, who joins us now live. Nqobile, a very good afternoon to you. Now, we know that Minister Lamola is leading a delegation of about 8 departments and agencies, among them Home Affairs, the BMA, Transport, as well as SARS. How large is the Mozambican contingent?
Yes, it is a very important engagement indeed that is currently taking place here. We know that the minister is now going to give us a breakdown and a thorough one that will tell us in terms of what is the way forward. We understand that what has been happening at Lebombo Bridge is obviously something that has affected South Africa in a very long term. If you look at the fact that the trade that has been affected, it requires that there's more in terms of ensuring that there is safety for trucks and so on, and that even the instability or the political unrest that's taking place, that is able to be addressed. But I want to bring in now the Minister of Transport to speak to us. And we understand that, Minister, you are currently engaging in Mozambican language, but you are currently live on Newzroom Afrika. Please speak to us about what you have spoken about.
No, thank you very much, and for inviting us to speak to the broader audience. So we came here today, and the government of Mozambique and the government of South Africa, to continue our discussions and to formalize them in a forum like this one, where we basically analyze the situation and we examine what has been done to improve the situation, and also what together we should do going forward to ensure that the movement of goods and people is smooth and safe, and also there's no disruption into the supply chains along the corridor, Maputo corridor, which is the corridor of development for Mozambique, for SADC and the region. So I believe this was very productive. The two brothers, in a sense, the two sisters country and the two brother governments, they're sitting here, and we agreed about almost everything we discussed, and we're going to formalize it in a joint statement about what kind of measures we're going to put in place to make sure that going forward there's a continuity and the corridor is safe and less disruption of the business and the lives.
Minister, is there a way, though, of ensuring that there is safety at this point? Mainly because this is not only just a government issue, but a political struggle on the side.
No. There is way always to ensure that things improve, and that way is to build the democratic institutions and to build inclusive societies, and that's what we're trying to do here, to give space, voice, opportunity to everybody. But that is a journey, it's a project, it's a process. There's a lot of learning, there's a lot of dialogue, and we need to be always open to provide that space of a dialogue where we debate ideas and take the best ideas to implement it to improve the lives of our people.
Minister, what solutions have you put forward as Mozambique at this point?
No, I mean, we discuss here solutions, short-term solutions, mid-term and long-term solutions, because we cannot just deal with this issue as just a problem of today. We have to see it in a broader perspective. What if tomorrow something happened, a similar thing happened, and we'll be ready that it never happened that way. So in concrete terms, we have now secured that our defense force, we're making sure that the corridor is it's safe, and that is happening right now. And the border is open and operated as should be and as it is. So that's why we've made the provision for defense force to operate that way. But also we'll continue to communicate with the communities around to ensure that they understand that the best way to resolve any dispute is to sit together and through dialogue and that disrupting the trade doesn't do any good for everybody. So that's also is not a small measure. But in all, we believe that working together with the South African authority, we're going to ensure the movement of trucks and freight and people from South Africa to Mozambique and Mozambique to the world, and vice versa, without major disruption. But I'll leave to later stage by the two governments to announce in detail the measures, short-term, mid-term, and long-term that we have decided working together.
Thank you very much, Minister, for speaking to us. That's very important, of course. As you can hear there, the Minister says that the solutions to the problem that is currently in Lebombo Bridge, also with the Mozambican counterpart, requires three kinds of solutions. So that is short-term, mid-term, and a long-term solution. And I think the country at this point would, in fact, appreciate that a long-term solution can be reached, especially because this affects our trade as one of the largest chrome producer in the world.
All right, that's Nqobile Madlala out in Mpumalanga at the Lebombo post, where that delegation led by Minister Lamola is currently taking place in